What's up, team, and welcome to Sensual Stretch. Today, we're gonna have a great time getting a little deeper into some movement. So just pay attention to how things are feeling within your body. Obviously, we're gonna pay attention to not putting ourselves in pain, but we are going into some moves today and a little bit more extreme motion. So just have fun with this, play around, and just make sure that it feels good on your body. All right, team, we're gonna start lying on our back. In this position, feet are gonna be planted. We wanna play with some pelvis tilt. So you're just gonna think about your hips being a bowl and you are tucking it under, rounding your back. And then you are arching and trying to spill water out of that bowl. So we're gonna round, tuck everything, roll that pelvis under, and then arch as big as we can, tipping that bowl over. Good. Round, beautiful, team, and arch. So as we play around with this movement, we're just gonna try to make it a little bit bigger each time. So we're gonna tuck under a little bit more, really tucking that tailbone under, rounding the back, and then arching, really finding a big arch. Good. Tuck. Beautiful, team. And arch. A few more here. Good. Make sure we're breathing. Beautiful. All right, feet are planted here. We're gonna come up just slightly off the mat. So tuck that tailbone under, hips come up. So we're in a low bridge position. We're gonna take those hips and now we're gonna move them in a circle. So you can place your hands on your hips or off to the side, whatever feels most comfortable. And we're gonna start with small circles here. It doesn't matter which direction, because we will switch in a moment. Small little circles here. Again, as you come forward, hips come up and you're tucking them under, and then you circle around, drop down, find that arch. Beautiful, team. Tuck them under and find the arch. Good. One more in this direction. Good. And switch. Rocking them around. Finding those circles, waking up the hips. Beautiful, team. Make sure we're breathing. Excellent. Good. 2 more circles here. A little bigger if that's comfortable. And relax. Drop those hips to the mat. Pull the knees in. We're going to give ourselves just a little hug here. So knees are coming in towards your chest. Beautiful. And then from here, you're going to walk your hands to the inside of your thighs. So right to the inside of my thighs, right underneath my knees. I'm going to think about knees going nice and wide. I'm actively pressing my hands into my legs, thinking about dropping my knees towards the mat. They're not going to get anywhere near, but just thinking about opening up my hips, finding a nice big stretch here. And in this movement, I like to think about dropping my knees down one at a time. So I'm shifting my knees down towards my toes. Good. And then up towards my chest. Knees are alternating. Good. Just rocking them around here. Still actively pressing my hands into my thighs, opening up those hips. Good. Make sure we're breathing. Beautiful, team. All right, knees come back together. Plant those feet one more time. We're gonna come up into that low bridge again. If you can, widen out those feet just a little bit more than last time. Hands can be on the mat or on your hips. Hips slowly come off of the mat, still staying pretty low. We're not all the way up in a full bridge position. And then from here, finding those circles. So in this position now, if we're comfortable, circles are just a bit bigger this time. Beautiful, team. Good. Waking up those hips. We're also waking up that low back. Paying attention to how things are feeling in our body. Good. And pause. Switching directions, going the opposite way. Huge circles. Good, team. Our hips can hold a lot of tension, so we're just practicing as we go through our movements today to really connect to them Make sure we're listening to them. Good. Breathe. One more circle. And relax. Hips are down. Good. So from here now, we're going to give ourselves a little hug again. Knees in towards your chest. Good. Now this time, we're going to keep our knees close. Grab the back of our thighs. So my left hand is holding onto my left thigh, my right hand to my right thigh, and I am going to straighten out my legs, heels up towards the ceiling. Good. From this position, I'm going to tuck my tailbone under so that my back gets round. And then I'm going to bring my head up a little bit. So I'm going to grab onto my legs and I am going to slowly rock. And if it feels more comfortable here, you can point your toes. Good. You can also walk your hands up towards your calves and give yourself just a bit more of a stretch. So as your legs come to your face, you're rocking back. You can pull them in towards your head. Good. Getting a little bit more of a stretch here. And this totally just depends on how things are feeling. The more flexible you are, the more you can rock back, pull your legs in towards your head. You can even hold it there for a second. Beautiful, team. Are we breathing? Excellent. Good. Remember, we're finding some deep stretches today, but we are not putting ourselves in painful positions. So just rocking here and relax. All right, feet come down, lie that head down, knees are bent. You're just gonna slowly let those knees drop side to side. So dropping side to side here, getting a nice big stretch in our back. Good, team. Breathing here. We're gonna go into that stretch one more time. So again, playing with some deeper, more intense stretches today, but really just using them as an opportunity to connect with ourselves, pay attention to how things feel, go towards that limit of really feeling the stretch, but absolutely not crossing over into feeling pain. Good, team. All right, pull those knees in. Give yourself a little hug here. You can round that back. Good. And then depending on what feels comfortable, you can straighten out the legs and just grab the thighs. And maybe in this position, you pulling your thighs to your chest is enough. If you want more of a stretch, you can walk your hands to your calves. Make sure they're not on the back of your knees. So walk them to your calves, pull your legs in, tuck your chin, head comes off the mat. Good. Legs are coming towards your head. You can rock back a bit more if that feels good. Beautiful, team. Really just playing around with this movement. Good. So much of movement is just checking in and doing what feels comfortable and what feels good to you. So yes, I may be guiding some of this movement, but use it as an opportunity to play around, team. Good. Breathe. A few more here. You might find this last position that you want to hold it for a second and relax. One more time. Feet are down, knees are wide, and we're just gonna let those knees drop side to side. Get a nice big stretch on that low back. Are we breathing? Good, team. Let's go 2 more times here. Slowly letting them drop side to side. Good, team. Next time you come to your right side, we're gonna rock those knees. Keep them there. Roll your body to that right side and then slowly make your way up. Awesome. So we're gonna go into a child's pose position. From here, I want you to find your knees just a little wider than normal. So whatever feels comfortable to you, but a little wider than your normal child's pose. We're gonna come down into that position, hanging out here for a second. You can rest your forehead on the mat. We're gonna take some nice big belly breaths. So just relaxing here, inhale into your belly and exhale. Let's go 3 more breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Beautiful. All right, team, coming forward into our tabletop position. From here, we're in all fours. We're going to take that right leg, reach it long, and then toes are going to stay on the ground. You're going to drag them behind you off to the left side. Shift your body weight back into that left hip. Good. And then in this position, if you're feeling like you want to make that stretch just a little bit more on the left side, you can walk those arms forward. So we're getting a nice big stretch in that left glute. Breathe here, team. Beautiful. Excellent. And then we're going to slowly come forward, drag that right knee forward. Beautiful. Same thing on the left side. Left leg reaches long. Scoop the toes off to the right side. Shift that body weight backwards, finding the stretch in that right glute. Arms walk forward. Excellent, team. Breathing here. Good. And shifting forward. We're going to go one more time each side. Right leg straight. Circle those toes around. Reaching back. Beautiful. If you're ready to make this stretch just a bit more intense, we're going to walk those hands over towards the left side. Eyesight looks underneath the left armpit. And breathe. Beautiful. All right, coming forward with that right knee. And one more time on the left side. Left leg long, reaching it back. Nice big stretch in that right glute, walking the hands forward. And then maybe walking them over to the right side. And breathe. Good, team. All right. Coming back to center with those hands, left knee in. Good. We're going to tuck those toes under, pressing up, hips go back into our down dog. From this position, wiggle out your toes. So we're in a wider position here. Good. Walk your hands in towards your toes and then sink down into your squat. So in this squat position, I want you to think about finding a comfortable squat where your feet are firmly planted. So you can go as wide as you need here. Good. Elbows in towards those knees, pressing the knees out. Beautiful. Rocking a little bit side to side if that feels good. And then hands to the mat, hips up to the sky. Straightening out those legs, finding a stretch in the backside of our body. And then sinking down. In this position now, we're going to press our elbows into our knees. And if you want to make this just a little bit more intense, we're going to have the hands on the mat, slowly walk the hands forward as we shift our body weight forward, coming onto our toes, place the hands down. Good. And we're rocking forward. Most of our body weight now is in our hands and our arms. Good. Our elbows are nudged in our legs, right where that crease is at the knee. Beautiful. Getting a huge stretch in those hips. Good, team. Then shifting that weight back onto our heels. Walk those elbows or those hands in. And then hands to the mat, hips up to the sky. Excellent, team. Remember, if that's not comfortable, you can just stay in that squatted position. Good. And one more time, squatting down. Elbows pressing into the knees. Beautiful. Hands to the mat. We're going to walk the hands out, coming onto our tippy toes, placing the hands down. Weight shifts forward. Good. Then we're just rocking here, finding that stretch inside of the hips. You might find that you need to walk your hands a little bit further out. Just play around with this here. See what feels comfortable to you. You might even find it feels good to rest your head on the mat. This is a huge stretch inside of those hips. Almost thinking of the legs as dead weight here. Good. Really opening them up. Beautiful, team. And then slowly shifting our body weight back to our heels, walking the hands back in and hips up to the sky. Excellent, team. All right, we're gonna walk our hands back out into a plank position, drop to your knees, and shift back into your child's pose. Whatever feels comfortable here. It could be a wide child's pose, narrow. We're just gonna do a few belly breaths here. So sinking into that child's pose, maybe the forehead heads to the mat. We're gonna take nice inhales into our belly. Exhale, releasing any last bit of tension that we're holding. Good, team. 3 breaths here. Nice big inhales. And exhale. Last breath. And relax. Coming up to that tabletop position and meeting me in a seated position. Team, thank you so much for joining me here today. Remember, the goal of this practice was really to get into some deeper stretches. So come back to this often. Once you feel comfortable in the moves, then you can really play around with how things feel in your body. You can press a little bit more, you can open a little bit more, but come back to this as often as you see fit. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'll see you back on the mat very soon.